And I tell you, you do that 2-3 weekends in a row, and it's time. And I only get my prime sleep about once a year. I get 1 to as many as 3 days of this prime sleep, which is exactly 8.5 hours. And that's once a year. I'll either get 1, 2, or 3 at that time. And oh man, it's like after that 8.5 hour just out of it world sleep, then I know that I'm awake for another 6 to 8 months. And but it's still hard. I'm only one man, well, here in North America, and I know there's a lot of people out there. They want to learn and all that jazz, and I know that I don't dare be an Edward Casey.
Oh yeah, kill him.
Kill myself off. What good am I doing dead to the world? So I got to pace myself. And today, while we were broke up, I made a call to the lady that's setting a number of these upcoming workshops up. She's in England, and I asked her. She checks her phone. When are you getting home? Because I'm going all over the place, and oh my gosh! Right now, I wish I had 4 or 5. 5 would be nice. People that knew exactly what I knew and could answer the letters the way I do. Just to get that load off of my chest and do what I'm doing here. I love this work. But it's too slow with fingers and letters. Way too slow.
I've been very fortunate because he has taken a huge amount of responsibility off of me. And just let me do what I do. And all the, communication with clients and talking, all of the stuff that I don't have time for. I don't even have the energy. By the time you put all your energy into that, then you've got all this creative end of things that you've got to do with healing and things like this, and you're just exhausted. So he has helped me so much with being able to carry some of the load.
Well, I understand that. My wife is a money earner in our family. Everybody else says you're married to a bum. Mainly because this bum is working his tail off and not making any money. Yeah. And they don't see what I'm doing. And those that hear about it and are on it a little bit, they think I'm a fruitcake. They really think that I'm out of it. What are you married to that idiot for? And she gets up and she cooks breakfast. She takes care of the animals. She gets herself ready for work. She goes to work. She comes home, cooks dinner, takes care of the animals, takes care of the house, and I'm sitting there being a bum. And I tell you, it feels pretty bad because I know this is my job. And not a complaint to anybody. I don't get paid for my job generally. This is just, to me, a new occurrence. And, well, my wife, and women. Women are the strongest dang things on earth. I think they're 7 times stronger than an elephant. They can't lift up the weight we men can. And they can't do a lot of the physical that we men can. But damn, what man can get up early in the morning, change diapers, take care of the baby, get the older kids up and off to school, cooking them the breakfast, making sure they got their clothes out and on right, combing their hair, brushing their teeth, kicking the old guy out of bed because he hits the snooze alarm, get him off to work.
And he's probably hungover.
Well, quite often, yes. Get him off to work, and a lot of days today the woman works too.
Right.
So off she goes. And then she comes home, and mama, 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 and quarrel, quarrel, fight, fight. And she handles that more than Daddy does. And Daddy, what do? We come home, we sit on the couch and say, "I'm big baby. Come, rub foot." you know, and things like that. And the dang if the stupid woman doesn't do it, and then she gets all the clothes together and washes clothes, vacuums the floor because Dad won't help too much on doing that, and too little on making the kids learn some responsibilities. And Mom, she's tired of fighting it, so she ends up doing it, and the dishes, and the dinner, and all of that jazz, and late at night she crawls into bed, and what happens? She's exhausted, and she rolls over to put the pillow under her head, and she looks, and there staring in her face is her husband saying, "Hi, honey," you know, serve the old man again, you know, and oh gosh. Women have a strength far beyond, and they bear children to boot. There's no man on a woman that, you know, on earth that can handle that kind of work. And there's few men that understand how outgunned they are by femalism. We say macho, pick up big weight, ha ha, we do this. Yeah, and you waddle over there, drop it off, and you run to the couch and watch football. And I don't know, a woman, she might not lift the weights, but she carries greater weights of duty throughout the whole day. I don't ever want to be a woman. I highly recommend to my gal that when he and I go up, that you just stick in a man's body and don't worry about it. Unless things start changing real bad.
Right,
Then
exactly.
switch.
Yeah, things might get a lot better at some point, and it might be worth switching. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
The day is coming because 80% of my clients are women. And one of the things that I have felt very strongly about when I work with them is to really teach them their worth, because they don't know it. And when they are in a relationship that is abusive, however it's abusive, and they keep having this consciousness that they cannot go forward without a man, I hope what I do is alert them to the fact that if they are miserable, there is no way they need a man to do what they do, to look at their lives and see, do you need this? And you are miserable telling yourself you need this. And it's been amazing how these women have really come into their own.
I think women do need a man, but they need a compassionate
That's
man.
different.
Yeah, it's not the man they have necessarily. It may be a different.
It's not a dong in pants that they're looking for.
Right.
They need that just like a man needs a woman for sex, you know, just for that gratification. But they need to understand that they should work together and help each other.
Right, it needs to be a team. It needs to be a relationship.
Yeah, it's your team.
But what they have been trained to believe is that a man, any man, will do because he is male. And what they're having to learn is that they don't need him there because they can do all these things anyway. So you might as well choose one that you have a relationship with, one that you can create some sort of teamwork together, and as you say, as a companion, a compassionate person to be there. And it's been really interesting because these women have come from being doormats in that marriage or in that relationship to very strong women that can, you know, do whatever they want to do and go wherever they want to go.
Well, the freedom of that is good, but the woman movement, you know.
That's not me.
Oh,
That's
okay,
not me.
but still,
He
that
is
is
the
the
person-
pendulum
No,
had.
no, 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 no.
Well,
That's not
still,
me.
the pendulum had been tied up on one side.
Right.
The woman was a doormat.
Right.
Now, some gals got together and somehow cut that pendulum loose. And danged if it hasn't swung past the balance point,
I agree.
hit the other wall, and some women over there grabbed it and tied it there.
Yeah, no,
And there's warfare between man and woman.
and that's, but see, anything that creates a separation is not good.
Hmm.
I am talking about bringing them closer to who they are and what they're about and the choices that they have so that they're not stuck somewhere because they think they have to be there. And no, the first thing he said to me when we got back together was he talked to me, he started talking to me about the women's movement, feminism, and I said, stop, stop. Don't talk to me about